Joining me now is Barb Smith, and we're going to be talking about a lot of things around the topic of suicide and an upcoming event that her organization is hosting. But Barb, first introduce our viewers on the Focus on 5 show about who you are.
Sure. So we've been impacted in Saginaw County for 34 years now, and our mission is to prevent suicide through education, connection to resources, advocacy, and then we help care for people impacted by suicide.
Yeah, what inspired you to start this organization?
When I was young, a long time ago, my brother John, at the age of 20, took his life. And at that point, there were no resources.
Yeah.
People didn't talk about suicide. You know, we think about the stigma now, but then you didn't talk about it. So, you know, I went out and started getting some trainings and education, and then brought it back to our community to, you know, start mostly predominantly in the aftercare of suicide.
Now, why is that an important issue to tackle, the aftercare of it?
Because I think with the stigma and the shame around suicide, and of course it's better than it used to be, but families, when you lose someone to suicide, it can be very shameful.
Yeah.
People are blameful. We blame ourselves. Other people blame us. Oftentimes feel like there's a failure, or who did this? Who caused this?
Yeah.
So oftentimes we don't talk about it because of that shame. So our goal is to be with families as soon as they do lose someone to suicide. So we call it outreach.
Sure.
So we go and sit with the families following a death to suicide to kind of help them kind of navigate where do you go from here, connecting to resources. And then we have an ongoing support group. So we are one of the longest running in Michigan.
Nice.
Proud to say that.
Yes, congratulations.
Yeah, so we've been caring for our families for 34 years.
Talk about, how you've seen it change over the years, the narrative change, because you mentioned a couple of times things are way better than back when, your brother passed, but, how have you seen the narrative change over that time?
I feel like we talk about it, there's a lot of awareness. I think that we have to not just talk about it, but we have to actually respond to it.
Sure.
So we've done a really good job with bringing awareness to the subject of suicide and mental health.
Yeah.
But we haven't done such a great job in responding to, right? I think it's important to get the 988 24-hour crisis line out there. But I feel like we have to train people and families in the community to respond.
Right.
Instead of that fear of, oh my God, they're talking about suicide, or how are you today? It's been hard. My brother, died yesterday. Yeah. Okay, have a good day. Right?
Yeah,
like we ask how you're doing, but then we shuffle along because we don't want to hear that.
Right. Why do you think that conversation is so hard when, people share their struggles, but people don't want to talk about it?
I don't know. I think it's just kind of one of those uncomfortable places to be.
Yeah.
I don't know how to fix you. I don't know how to help you, so let's not talk about that.
Right. But see, the thing is, you're not asking to be fixed, you're asking to just hear me. You know?
I love that. Like most people don't hear that right away.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
So you said it perfectly.
Yeah. Okay, well, what else do you would like to do within your organization to continue your efforts?
We want people to take the time and stop saying this is the school's issue, this is healthcare issue.
Yeah,
but we have to start in our own homes.
Sure.
Number one is start in your own home. Start the dialogue with your family, your kids, your spouses, your partners, and have that open conversation.